Welcome to this episode of the Seven Freedoms Intentional Living podcast with me, Iona Mead, here at the Soul Legacy TV, Spiritual Business Success Learner. So we're talking about, on today's episode, spiritual business, life-work balance, as usual, but we're going to be focusing on emotions, your emotions, while you are building your spiritual business. So let's dive into this episode. So the intentional living with the seven freedoms. So emotions is one of the seven freedoms that I talk about for living an intentional life. And so you may or may not know what living intentionally is, but I'm telling you, when you start to live intentionally, you set intentions and you reflect on your soul's intentions, and if you're in alignment with that, and if you are moving forward in your life, it's just a beautiful, beautiful, happy place. I love it. And so I set a vision to contribute in the world, right? With my YouTube podcast here at the Soul Legacy TV, Spiritual Business Success Learner, with my online teaching portal at soullegacyacademy.com, and with my book on Amazon. I'm a number one best-selling author of three co-author books and my own solo book, which is called Spiritual YouTubers from Scratch, a soul-guided influencer's compass to leverage your light work and lifestyle on YouTube. Now, I had done an interview today, big massive shout out to you, John, on the Spiritual Business Formula, Spiritual Business Freedom Formula podcast. And I was talking about it, and he goes, it's a long title, but it does what it says on the tin. Leveraging your light work and lifestyle on YouTube. When you build your spiritual business, we're talking about having that spiritual business and life work balance, the vision that you have to contribute. How do you want to contribute in the world? And how is that making you feel? Sometimes there's fear that comes up, and we know if we're in fear, it's at the lower vibrational frequency. And so that hinders our progress. It hinders us actually getting out there. It has resistance, blocks, self-sabotage, all things, doubt, all those things. And I'm here for you on a Wednesday to talk about your emotions. And however you feel is however you feel. You might feel really, really excited and really, really passionate, or you might feel scattered. You might feel like all over the place. You might feel unworthy. Whatever it is that you feel, let me know in the comments. Do comment. So this podcast is for me first to manage my emotions. Luckily, today I'm high vibing. But we rate our vibrational frequency. The idea of the seven freedoms, I call it the seven freedoms frequency. The seven freedoms intentional living podcast is for me to raise my own vibrational frequency, to support you in raising yours as a subscriber here at the Soul Legacy TV, but also my students in the Soul Legacy Academy. I have a 2-hour monthly call-in gym. I call it the seven freedoms frequency call-in gym, where I walk through these 7 areas in your life that I talk about every single day, and I journal on. So I have my journal. I have a very used spiral bound notebook from Lulu, and one on Amazon. It's a blank notebook, so you literally just create your own story. It's called the Soul Legacy Journal, Spiritual Awakening Stories of 365 days of your spiritual awakening story. That title is my co-author book series that goes with this journal as well. A co-created soul path to spiritual alchemy by light workers. And why did I do that? Why do I have a journal? I'm sure that you journal and you know what journaling is. It's a really powerful tool to organize your thoughts and reflect and release and do many different things. And so when I went through my spiritual awakening, and if you've ever been through one or you're going through one, you'll know that how you feel is not necessarily high vibe. That is often associated with going down the emotional scale, right? And so I wanted to find a way to journal out my journey. And so I have, and here we are. And so each area that I focus on for the seven freedoms, the intentional living podcast, is an area that I rebuilt my life in after an awakening. And the vision of each area and rebuilding my life after many losses in my life really helped me. And knowing why I'm here to contribute, meaning I've got a vision for contribution, and then I focus on my health as one of the seven freedoms, then emotions, then environment, then relationships, then spirituality, then finances. Now, I knew that I wanted to contribute and I was really excited about it. But the seventh freedom, which is on Sunday, we talk about money goals and money blocks and financial freedom and that financial success. If we think of Wednesdays is Emotional Freedom Wednesdays, if we think of a Wednesday as like a reflection of, let me see what's been going on for me. Let me see how I feel. Let me see how I feel about my contribution. Let me see how I feel about my health. Let me see how I feel about how I feel, right? Sometimes it's like, oh, I'm doing my own head in. Like, I'm so frustrated. I'm so down, or I can't seem to get myself out of wherever you are, right? How you feel about you, how you feel sends you on a spiral. How you feel about your environment, how you feel about your relationships, how you feel about your spirituality and your connection, that source, how you feel about your finances, all of that is indicating what it is that you're manifesting in those areas, because we say those thoughts, those feelings, those actions, and those results. So today is a really important day to notice how you feel and to rate your vibrational frequency. Every day on the 7 Freedoms Intentional Living podcast, we rate our vibrational frequency, right? We want to rise and reside at the frequency that we wish to witness in the world. I personally call it the Cheers to Financial Freedom frequency, because that's what I teach. And so using what I call the intentional living goals, these 7 areas, we want to know, okay, well, where are we? What's the vision that I have for my life and how do I feel? So when we rate our vibration, we rate between a 1 and an 11. There's fireworks going off. Oh, it's bonfire night. Oh my God, I'm like, why is there fireworks going off? So, you know, when you're so engrossed in what you're doing and your contribution that you don't really notice the holidays and all the things, I literally don't. So I'm like, why is there fireworks? Like, why would there be? Anyway, so there'll be lots of people that are really excited about it. I'm like, oh, okay, it's like nearly 7 p.m. Anyway, how we feel about all areas of our life matters. So we rate our vibrational frequency on a daily and we write it in our journal. Now, if you're a student of mine, you'll know how to do this. So I say rate between a 1 and 11. So 1 is you feeling in some funk, like stuck in more of a poverty consciousness, and 11 is more of a prosperity consciousness. You feel it in flow. You're tuned in, soul guidance, looking at the world through the lens of your soul, and everything is popping. Everything is just in alignment. Everything nudges. You feel really good. Like you feel good about every single area of your life. You're like, I don't need anything to change right now. I'm in a really good space. So I rate my vibrational frequency on Monday, which is an 11, my health, which was an 11, and my emotions, which is an 11. So I've got a total score for this week of 33. Now I keep going until we get to Sunday. And if you are a student of mine, what you will do is come to our monthly coaching call on the first Monday of the month at 3 p.m. UK time, and you'll add up your scores for the week, and we'll share the scores and see what area you are dipping in, and see how we can have you be in more alignment. It's just such a beautiful way. You don't have to be a student of mine, but I do give my students some coaching, my boot campers and my masterminders. Now, if you are interested in that, there's a Google Doc where you would do your vision board, what I call for spiritual business and life work balance, what I call my 1 week to create a balanced spiritual business vision board around these 7 areas for living an intentional life. So we've got an intentional living vision board. When you create a vision for your life and you get clarity on what it is that you want to manifest, in order for you to manifest, before you manifest, you need to be clear on the vision that you have for how you want to contribute, where you want to contribute, who you want to contribute to. Many of us, as spiritual coaches, earth angels, authors, and entrepreneurs who own a life coaching, healing, or spiritual business, we're like, oh, well, I could serve everyone. Oh, well, I could blah, blah, blah. Oh, well, and no clarity. And that is a hindrance. So people want to move forward and just go, or just say, give me the strategy, like tell me what to do to get clients. But if you are not envisioning who you be with those clients, trust me, whatever strategy somebody gives you, it's not going to work. It doesn't work. If your identity doesn't match There'll be some way where you're sabotaging, or some way where you play small. There'll be somewhere it just doesn't fit. It's a universal law. It's not me. So I invite you to get access to the Google Doc and go through what I call my 1 week to create a badass spiritual business vision board challenge. It's entirely free. It's here at the Soul Legacy TV, Spiritual Business Success with Diana, on my YouTube channel. You see it in a playlist. And also, as part of that vision board challenge, I have homework and a private community. I do have a Facebook community, but I have a private community. And the coaching call is $77 per month. Again, I gift it. So you come to my masterclass, which I will share with you at the end while we do the Bank 50K 50 Day Challenge. I will share with you how I gift an entire year of coaching, because I believe that you're worth it. But it's only for those who attend my masterclass live. So I'll share that with you as we go through at the end of this podcast. All right, or towards the end. Now, we're visualizing the areas of our life. Now, if you haven't done the vision board challenges, this is not going to make as much sense. I visualize, and then we have a video montage, and we play the video montage on a daily basis, and in order to be in alignment with that vision. Just a reminder, it's like 30 seconds, a minute, what have you. It's not a big whole deal. And we start to put the actions into our intentional living codes calendar, meaning that how you want to contribute needs to be integrated into your life. And if you feel any resistance to it and you're like, yeah, I'm not doing that today. Oh, yeah, I'm a bit bored with that. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Maybe it's not the right vision. If you have a vision for your health, I want you to start putting that into your daily routine. So on this 7 Freedoms Frequency podcast, it's a very practical podcast, rating your vibration, visualizing, journaling, doing all those things with me. Do you know what I didn't do? Was I didn't listen to a book today to share with you, but I'm going to share the book, which I love, which is called The Astonishing Power of Emotions by Abraham and Jerry and Esther Hicks. I am going to listen to that after I've popped off. I usually listen to a book, and then I will share what I've learned from that book with you, and I didn't do that. I've been super excited. I was doing my other YouTube channel for dating intentionally for soulmates, and I hopped on here and I've got Q&A in about 40 minutes, and I'm like, oh man, so I didn't listen to it, but I usually do listen to a book, a chapter of a book every single day to move me forward, to raise my own vibration, for me to learn something new every single day. You hear people say that. I like to learn something new every day. I love learning something new every day. So I'll listen to one chapter of a book per day on these 7 areas of my life, just to move me forward. It doesn't have to be a whole book. Usually when we open a book, we get what we need. So the book that I was reading and listening to today, just before, was Catherine Woodward Thomas's book, Calling in the One. So that's about soulmates. So I'm doing some book reviews and stuff on my second YouTube channel. Completely forgot to listen to a book for today for this podcast, but that's okay. As long as you listen to what or read what it is for you that moves you forward, that's all that matters. I have a book club. I have a book club for my own book. I have a book club. So when we're on the 7 Freedoms frequency calling gym, we can share the lessons that we've got from books and recommend other books and do all the things. I love it. So we've done our vision, we've done our vibration. We're talking about being in line with our values. When we are out of alignment with our values and we're doing certain things in our life that are not in alignment with our values, then we just don't resonate. And so I've just had a student comment in our private, thank you, you know who you are, comment in our private community within the Soul Legacy Academy, because when you start to have contribute in the way where you have a book, and you have how I teach my students to have a book and have a course inside their book and have coaching and have your daily lives, stream it out into a podcast, and then actually have coach people through the process that you're walking through. And then you create a community, and then people can go through to the community whenever they like. So right now, as I'm on this podcast, I was doing it in the community, going through my vision board challenge. Well done, you. I love that. So how I feel about my contribution, I'm absolutely buzzing. And I stop and I acknowledge, and I'm going to screenshot that. And what I do is I put this in my digital journal called Penzu, and I am setting the intention and visualizing. And then when the things happen on my that I've set the intention around, I'm celebrating that, and I'm sharing that. Actually, I've got to do my successes in my journal, and successes in the app, the Millionaire Mind Intensive app. Sharing your successes, celebrating successes raises your vibration, and you acknowledge that actually I've got a lot to be grateful for, and I've done a lot. When you see your students, your subscribers, your readers go through what it is that you have to share, when you see yourself go through what it is that you feel called to do in the world, it's epic. It's absolutely amazing. There are so many people who are not walking their talk. There are so many people that are not willing to walk their talk. There are so many people trying to guide other people, and then when they point the finger at themselves, they're just not doing what it is that they say that they can help heal and transform the world. And I'm here to say, actually, let's walk our talk. I walk my talk, and I drop off, of course, because I'm not perfect. But if you're not walking your talk, you feel like an imposter. You feel like a fraud, because that's how you're moving, right? That's how you're moving. So the only way to not feel like an imposter and not feel like a fraud is to actually walk your own talk and birth your gifts in the world. And there's so many people looking for the easy, quick fix, and the oh gosh, congratulations today, Mark. 6 years being married. Not for me. It doesn't. Not really. Not me being 6 years being married. No. Super single, by the way. Hence me doing the other YouTube channel. So really celebrating and really pausing in your day. Like, this is a YouTube podcast. I will strip it out into a podcast. What's going on for me is what's going on for me. What is there? Yes, I'm a little bit distracted by my phone. People tell me that I've got an ADHD type brain, but it is what it is. I love it. I love it. I love being able to come on and share, one, in real time, what is happening for me, and two, just celebrate my own life, and because this is business for me. Like, I've had the most epic day. I'm talking about emotions. I'm tuning into how I feel like on this day, and I'm like, wow, today's been awesome. I've been on an interview. I walked to the shops, got some supplies, super excited about those. It's the little things. And then I've done my my other YouTube channel video, and I'm doing this podcast. Then I've got Q&A in about half an hour, so I can't be on here too long. And then I am babysitting my grandson, who is 2 weeks old. He's 2 weeks old today. I'm just beyond belief ecstatic. Like, I've got my granddaughter as well. We've got her in not this weekend, the weekend after. But yeah, looking after my grandbaby, I'm like, oh, it's just such an honor and such a blessing. And you know, if you're not a grandparent, then you don't know. But like, if you are, or the love that you have for your children is next level. It's only 2 weeks old, and I'm just like, oh, I just can't tell out the whole story because my daughter's quite a private person. I don't know where she gets that from. I used to be. I'm not now. But like, I don't think she'd appreciate me saying, oh, and this happened today and that happened today. But there was just loads, and I'm just like, it marked milestones today. Just beautiful visits and family and all the things. Just so lovely. And just why I do what I do is this. It's family and who I be as a woman, as a mother and as a grandmother. And, you know, sometimes when you think, oh, you know, I'm too scared to, you know, launch my business, or I'm too scared to speak to people, or blah, blah, blah. I'm like, absolutely not. Like, I've moved past all that fear, let go of all that fear, all the things. I'm high vibing. If you are feeling certain feelings, I'm going to share the emotional scale, and you may have heard of this by Jerry and Esther Hicks, the emotional guidance scale. I've just made it super small and I can't read it. I don't know why. Sorry. There's a fly flying around me. It's bugging me. But the emotional scale, the emotional guidance scale, whether you're spiraling up or you're spiraling down. If you're spiraling down, that's kind of more of your feelings, your thoughts and your feelings. You're going to be manifesting more of that. So spiraling down, I say that's kind of like having that poverty consciousness, just dwelling there. So the emotions from number 8, so there's a 22-point emotional guidance scale. And number 8 going down to 22 is boredom, pessimism. You don't want to be around that. You don't want to feel that yourself, but we feel the feelings and that's it. Frustration, irritation, impatience, then overwhelm, then disappointment, then doubt, then worry, then blame, then discouragement, then anger, revenge, then hatred and rage, then jealousy, then insecurity, guilt, unworthiness, then fear at the lowest vibration, fear, grief, depression, powerlessness, and victim. I know you're not feeling all those things and dwelling there, right? But you feel the feelings and that's it. But we want to be spiraling up. We want to be raising our vibrational frequency. That's why I do the coaching. And so that might be, that's the Q&A for, that's the alarm for my Q&A in half an hour. Spiraling up is contentment, hopefulness, optimism, positive expectation, belief, enthusiasm, passion. And at the top is joy, knowledge, empowerment, freedom, love, and appreciation. Hence why I'm here on the 7 Freedoms Intentional Living podcast, because freedom is where we want to reside, right? And so this podcast won't make as much sense if you haven't done a vision board and you are not aware that underneath the law of attraction is low vibration. So however you are vibrating that frequency is whether you're spiraling up or spiraling down and what you're seeing in your world. And basically that is down to our thoughts. That is down to our consciousness. And these thoughts have a frequency. There's many thoughts that have been thought in the ethers. We tune in and we download them and we build our businesses that way. I absolutely love it. I love knowing that actually, let me see how I'm feeling. I'd love to know how you're feeling. So I've rated my vibration. There's one thing that I was doing. I was rating my vibrational frequency and I didn't do it yesterday. My emotional freedom Wednesday equals 11. So this is what we do. This is called Emotional Freedom Wednesday. And we rate our vibrational frequency. So write that down in your journal. And then we're going to play the soul income game at the end of this. We're going to continue on with a vibrational frequency of how you feel. So let's go. I realize I'm a bit all over the place because I'm excited to look after my grandbaby. Vision, values, vibration. How you launch your day, lead your day, and leave your day. Could you launch your day and feel happier or more freedom, more love, more appreciation, more joy, more empowerment, and obviously gain more knowledge? Is there any point in your morning routine where you could stop doing something that doesn't feel like joyful or freedom and replace it? Is there something in your daily routine in the middle of the day? So how you launch your day, lead your day, and leave your day. When you're reflecting on your day, what could you do that brings you more joy or makes you feel more freedom? Like, I walk you through this in our coaching call. But if you could let go of something, what would it be? And if you could let something in and start doing something to be the version of you who is contributing in the world the way that is on your vision, right? And the version of you who is receiving that financial freedom. I created what I call $1 million idea and $1 million a year. Well, more than $1 million a year, but $1 million a year business model. And so when I went to the Millionaire Mind Intensive for the last weekend, the Friday to the Sunday, and there was a lot of emotions, there was a lot of feelings, there was a lot of releasing, there was a lot of healing in the room. And we're talking about money, a millionaire mind, but we have to let go of those, acknowledge the emotions and understand the process of manifestation, which is our thoughts, our feelings, our actions lead to our results. And so feelings are a big hairy deal. So I take a whole day well, not a whole day, but like I share a whole episode on our feelings. If you're not getting that, like, come to the masterclass and get coaching. All right. If you're a student of mine and you've been gifted this 2-hour monthly coaching call, I know some of you have other commitments or time zones and stuff. This is the most important piece, is how you feel. And how you feel is based on how you're thinking. And in the book, Spiritual YouTubers from Scratch, a Soul Guided Influences Compass to Leverage Your Light Work and Lifestyle on YouTube, it's feelings in there. Your thoughts are poverty consciousness. This is a prosperity consciousness. That's how we start. Okay. So I'm going to go through, I can't do the book for today, but I am going to share with you the card that I pulled for today, which is faith. I'm trying to get it done before my grandbaby comes. Humanity and benevolence. Stay calm, trust the good in yourselves and others, see the light in the world. Faith is the archangel who is focused on bringing out our benevolence. She's a twin flame of Archangel Michael and is on a divine mission to help us recognize that humans are basically good and aligned with love. Oh, just like her name, she is all about faith and trust. I know that many of you, like, the world as crazy as it is, does that feel true? But yeah. And then we say, if we're all love and we're all light, and then we say, all the world leaders are this, and this. I don't know. Anyway, she reminds us that the world has taught us to believe that we are separate from love, and that if we begin to see the good in others, and then we will start to cultivate a loving experience of the world around us. Why would we not, right? Those feelings, that love, vibrating at love. Extended message, stay calm and breathe. You are a divine being of love who has done so much good in the world. You and me. You may be going through personal transformations and feel that you are not getting anywhere, but Archangel Faith is drawing close to guide you beyond the limitations that your ego or fears have created for you. You may be trying to work out whom to trust. Yes, especially in the dating space. First, trust yourself. Absolutely. That's all you can go on. When you do this and recognize that you are made of love, you will attract those who reflect that love and can enjoy true friendships and loving relationships. Know that good is here to stay. That, I needed that. Over the last 2 years, I've had ups, downs, friendships that have spanned over decades, just change. I changed, they change. And I'm like, okay, that's a really beautiful. And relationships over time in business as well, and just relationships. Yeah, how you feel about relationships. Relationships make the world go round, as I feel. So yeah, as I change and I up level and I just no longer take any rubbish from anyone, it's like, oh, okay, not everybody likes that. So vision, vibration, values, how you launch your day, lead your day, and leave your day. I'm going to set some intentions to see what you can do, and then let me know next Emotional Freedom Wednesday. Let me see. Done the book. We're going to do gratitude, and then we'll do the Bank 50K 50 Days Challenge, okay? So, this is my gratitude stone. You've heard of that in Secret Movie, right? So I say, I'm happy and I'm grateful and I appreciate it. You want to feel the feelings. You can soul speak it into existence with me, put it in your journal, share it with me on our monthly call. So, the way that I say I'm happy and grateful and appreciate, I think of and visualize something from the past. I remember something in the present, or I think and visualize something in the predicted future, meaning on our vision board. And so in order for our vision to manifest, in order for us to be at frequency, we have to intentionally vibrate at the frequency that is in alignment with our vision, right? So just being happy and grateful, it doesn't have to be focused hard on something, but just knowing that actually I'm happy. If you had your vision and all of your dreams come true, you'd just be happy. So you just be happy now anyway. And it's like, oh, what have I got to be happy about? Lots of things. So let's do this. So, hang on. So, I was looking at the comment on StreamYard. I say, I'm happy and I'm grateful and appreciate it. So I'm going to go through the acronym of the 7 freedoms, that's spiritual, business, and life work balance, to manifest more freedom. And so the 7 freedoms are the Cheers to Financial Freedom frequency. And the acronym is C, contribution, H, health, E, emotions, which is today, E is environment, R is relationships, S is spirituality, and F is finances and financial freedom. So those are the 7 areas that I focus on to get that manifest that spiritual life work balance for me. And so I want to express gratitude on a daily for all of my life, right? It's not one area more than the other areas, all areas. We want freedom in all areas. So I say I'm happy and I'm grateful and appreciate my contribution. I've been grateful and appreciate my contribution in terms of my light work and my lifestyle. I've been grateful and appreciate that I can contribute to my daughter. She's like, is 2 weeks in, and I'm contributing in her home and just helping her out. Not that she really needs it, but I'm helping her physically with the home. She's good with the baby. She's amazing. So I'm able to contribute in that way. I love that. Happy and great, just the little things. It doesn't have to be a big thing. It's what's going on for me right now. Actually, she's ringing. So happy and grateful and appreciate. Happy and grateful and appreciate that. My baby's ringing me. Hang on. So I'm happy and grateful and appreciate that my health, that I'm sleeping really, really well, like proper soundly, like so many hours sleep. Happy and grateful and appreciate. I don't like that she's rang, because normally she'd ring twice. And then because I told her that I'd be on the lives. I'm happy and grateful and appreciate my emotions, just being ecstatic. I was squealing. I was sharing with some of my soul sisters in Messenger. I'm like, you never guess what? I'm babysitting. They're like, I'm so happy for you. You sound so excited. I'm like, I am. Thank you for letting me share with you. Beautiful soul sisters. Love it. I'm happy and grateful and appreciate, which are students as well, but they're soul sisters first. And I just love it. Real friendships. I love it. Happy and grateful and appreciate. I appreciate you guys. Happy and grateful and appreciate my environment. I'm happy and grateful and appreciate this environment coming back onto the YouTube channel. I cannot tell you, like, this podcast will go out wherever you might be watching, LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, in my Soul Legacy Academy, listening on Spotify, on Audible, on the other social media platforms or podcast platforms or wherever. It's like, yes, I appreciate being able to be in many environments, even long after I'm done, like watching on the replay. Yay! In the Soul Legacy Academy, wherever you are, I am so happy and grateful. I appreciate. I can spend like half an hour of my time and repurpose it, do shorts. I'm going to do some YouTube shorts. I could do some reels. I could do TikTok. I could do all things just from like less than an hour of my time. Yes. Thank you, universe, for allowing me to download this process and share it. It's Wednesday. How happy are you? I'm happy. Hey, thank you for the love. How happy are you? How happy are you with you? How happy are you with 2025? Can you believe it's November? Like, how happy? Listen, I've gone ups and the downs and the ups and the downs. Listen, I'm finishing 2025 on a high, let me tell you. So I'm happy and grateful and appreciate my relationships, because you're here and I just got love. Thank you. I'm happy and grateful and appreciate the relationship with my daughter. We've had our ups and downs over the time, but she's amazing. I'm happy and grateful and appreciate spirituality, just being guided by myself. Thank you, universe. Just saying thank you. Spirit, angel, guides, my son, loved ones, thank you. Like, literally, thank you. I'm happy and grateful and appreciate all the money that I have, all the money that's coming in on a daily, on a weekly, on a monthly basis. I love it. I feel very blessed. I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful that I'm able to make choices based on receiving money from my business rather than money from working. a 9 to 5 or a night job, or relying on government assistance, or relying on a spouse, or anything like that, which I've done all of the above. I talk about it in my book. I'm really happy and grateful and humbled at that. I'm wondering why my door was running. Okay, so I'm happy and grateful and appreciate all of it, and you, obviously. So we've got one last thing to do, which is the Bank 50 Game 50 Days Challenge, and I've got a Q&A to do in how many minutes? 16 minutes. Got to get back. All I have to do is click over into the Zoom. I've got my Zoom open, and my guys will come into the room, and I'll answer Q&A for my book, the 5-day challenge that goes inside my book, and my boot camp, which I love. So, I mean, I'm not complaining at all. So this is the Bank 50K in 50 Days Challenge. Hang on, I don't think I've not got it up. Oh, do you know what? I didn't do it. Hold on. Let me just grab it. Oh, gosh, come on. Let me just grab this for you. It's registering for the masterclass, which is called the Spiritual Business Book Marketing on YouTube and Bank 50K 50 Days Challenge. And I was sharing this in my interview today with John. Again, shout out to you, John. And he said, you know, where can people find you? And he's like, do you have a phone number? Do you have an email? I said, everybody to the masterclass. So if you want to continue on this conversation and learn from me about what the Bank 50K in 50 Days Challenge is, and doing it vibrationally and do it in the physical world, then come to the Spiritual Business Book Marketing on YouTube, a free masterclass and Bank 50K in 50 Days Challenge at soullegacyacademy.com/courses/masterclass. I have 2 free chapters of my book in there. I have a 1-page plan, which is a blueprint for your business. It's lit. I have many other bonuses for you, which I will walk you through while we're on the masterclass. So that is where we're going to do the Bank 50K in 50 Days Challenge for the physical, for your business, and actually create passive leveraged income streams. But to do it and feel it vibrationally first, we'll do it with this journal. So we've rated our vibration, we've had our vision, who we be, how do we feel? We want to see and visualize that life. So this journal is a magical journal. It's my journal. Again, the Soul Legacy Journal. It's about leaving your soul legacy and contributing and receiving financial freedom. So imagine that you have soul clients and you have this soul client income. And this journal is saying you've now received $1,000, pounds or euros, wherever you are in the world, of soul client income, playing the soul income game. And then I'm asking you, what would you spend this money on? Now, you've got to tithe 10%. There's rules. Tithe 10% to a worthy cause, whatever your worthy cause is. I tithe 10% to a worthy cause that I also tithe my time to, which is Compassionate Friends. It is a charity for bereaved parents. And then you can spend the vibrational money, right? So when your vision board, you've got experiences on your vision board, right? So every time you purchase, you're like celebrating. You go and you look online and see how much these things cost for you to purchase, rather than having that lack. I don't have the money. I can't do this. I can't do, restricting your own vibration by your thoughts of I can't and I don't have and blah, 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 blah. You're raising your vibration in your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions, and you get nudged on to the right actions. So you spend the vibrational money. If you don't want to spend it every day, you tithe every day. But if you want a bigger chunk of money, then you can carry it over each day, and then we spend it. You have to spend it by the Sunday, Financial Freedom Sunday. I will share with you what I'm spending my vibrational money vouchers on Sundays. So rather than me doing it every day, I do it on a Sunday. And you visualize using the things and basking in the things, whatever it is, whether it's, I don't know, flying an airplane for the weekend, or like going on retreat, or whatever it is. Like you bask, you visualize, you walk yourself through that. And before you know it, the universe gives you everything that you need. And that is happening. It's beautiful. And I will coach you through this as well. So for those of you who come to the masterclass, again, I'll give you a 1-page plan for you to learn how you can build your business model in order to bank 50k in 50 days in passive and leveraged income streams, as well as active income streams, and also launch your retreat if that is what you have in your heart to do. There's many people that want to do a retreat or run a retreat center, not knowing that they actually have to do marketing to fill that retreat. And it's a higher price point. So it's like, if you have problems selling like the lower end of your services and the price points, like, how are you going to say, oh, buy my retreat? And then people, it's crazy. Anyway, back 50k in 50 days. Come and do it with me. I think that is it. I'm going to bring my daughter and make sure she's all good. And then I'm going to have my grandbaby. I'm so excited. Thank you for sharing. I think I'm forgetting stuff today, but it's okay. So it's Emotional Freedom Wednesday. Thank you for everybody who's popped in, popped out. Watching this on the replay, do comment down below. The link will be in the show notes. You can watch this on the YouTube channel if you're watching, if you're listening somewhere else. And do subscribe to the YouTube channel. And thank you to all of my new subscribers. I really appreciate you. And I'm getting into the rhythm of doing this again. I feel ecstatic, and I have some beautiful soul sisters and soul tribe and soul clients and students and readers actually fueling me even more to leave my legacy and launch, lead, and leave my day in a way that I'm really proud of, and I'm really happy to share. So that is it. Share your gifts, shine your light, because you are born to serve. I will see you on Environmental Freedom.